Okay. Hi guys, sorry it became a little late, right? So we'll start right away. Just give me a moment. Hope you're able to hear me, right, people?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. 1 second. Oops, why is this happening? 1 second. Rohan, I'm assigning you as the host. I'll be leaving and I'll be joining again. When I come back, please make me the host. Do you understand?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. 1 second. Why is it happening like this? So guys, you're able to see upside down only, right? Is it like that?
Yes, sir.
Oh my god, why is this happening? Still okay. So maybe today I'll think about it. So guys, yeah, you can make me a host, Kana. Rohan. I'll just stop my video. Right. I think this would be better. Right. You guys are able to see the screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cool. Where is my OneNote? Okay. Okay. So we have been doing thermodynamics, and we started with thermochemistry. Mummy, 1 second. Close. Yeah. So we were doing thermochemistry. So if you can remember, people, right? So I taught you what is enthalpy of formation. So we started with this delta HF, right? So can someone quickly give me the definition of what is enthalpy of formation?
It is the enthalpy change occurring when 1 mole of a compound is formed from its constituent elements in their standard states.
Very good, very good. So what it says, it is the enthalpy change occurring when 1 mole of a compound is formed from its constituent elements. That's what is very, very important. So you are going to form the compound, say whatever it is, CO2 or H2O or CH3OH or whatever it is, but you should form it only with the elements present in it. Say for example, if it is carbon dioxide, you should have elements carbon and oxygen. And again, it's not only about that. You should make sure that the elements are in their standard states, right? So I told you for carbon it is graphite, and for all the other things it is very simple. Like say for oxygen it is going to be O2, for hydrogen it is going to be H2. so on and so forth, right? So with this we saw, right? So I'll give you one last example and we'll move on. So if I say delta HF of C2H5OH, this is my ethanol, right? Now, if I say that its value is some x kilojoules per mole, right? Now, how will I write it? So I have to make sure that in the product side, I have 1 mole of C2H5OH, right? And you can see there is carbon, there is hydrogen, and there is oxygen, right? So you have to make sure that the elements are there in the product reactant side. So carbon will be in the form of graphite plus O2, which is there, and I have hydrogen, right? These are all the elements present in their standard states, right? But again, one more thing, what you have to make sure, what is remaining? What is remaining in this equation?
Balancing.
Correct, right? So I have to make sure that I have balance, right? So I have 2 carbon atoms, so it is 2 C graphite, and I have 1 oxygen, but I have 2, so I'll put 1 by 2.
Half.
And I have hydrogen, how many? 2 hydrogens, 2 hydrogens. So yeah, for this, obviously I have to complete it because it's a thermochemical equation. So I'll write enthalpy of this reaction is some X, right? So this is how I go for enthalpy of formation. Okay, right. Now people, with the help of enthalpy of formation and other stuff, that is one more is there, enthalpy of combustion, right? So with the help of these two, actually, you will be able to find the overall enthalpy of reaction. Say, for example, I give you a reaction like this. I have, say, HCl reacting with NaOH, right? Giving what, H2O plus what, NaCl, right? Now, for this reaction, this is a complicated equation, right? So this is not a formation; it's a proper reaction, right? So for this overall reaction, with the help of enthalpies of formation, you will be able to find the overall enthalpy of this reaction. Okay, I'll tell you how later, but before that, we'll see what is this enthalpy of combustion also. Is it okay? Right. So next is enthalpy of combustion. Enthalpy of combustion is denoted by the representation delta Hc. Okay. So write enthalpy of combustion. I'm going to give you the definition. Please take it down. Guys, is the background noise too much?
No, sir.
Okay, so if the background is too much, I can say change my location. I'm just sitting outside in the veranda. That's why. Okay, so anyways, please take down the definition, people, for enthalpy
Sir,
of
I have
combustion.
a doubt.
Yes, Kanna.
In that C2H5OH question, sir, why didn't we balance H2?
3H2 should come now, sir.
3H2.
Oh, okay. There are 6 hydrogens. Yes, correct. It's 3H2. Absolutely right. Yes, it's 3H2. Yes. Right? Okay. So yeah, now you can go for enthalpy of combustion's definition. Right? Okay. So it is the enthalpy change occurring. It is the enthalpy change occurring when 1 mole of a compound reacts with required amount of oxygen, when 1 mole of the compound reacts with required amount of oxygen to form products. Reacts with required amount of oxygen to form products. Yeah, as simple as that, right? So from the definition, I think you can understand what I'm trying to tell you here, right? So in enthalpy of formation, the compound which we are speaking about was in the product side, right? We said that 1 mole of compound is formed, but here what am I saying? I'm saying that that compound has to react with oxygen to form products, right? So that obviously that should be in the reactant side. Say for example, if I tell you that the enthalpy of combustion of say CH4, methane, right, is some X. Okay, now how will I write the equation for this? It's very simple. This is how I'm going to write. So I have to make sure, again, this is all about 1 mole of the compound reacting with oxygen. So again, how do you form only 1 mole of compound in the product side for enthalpy or formation? Here you have to make sure that only 1 mole of the compound is reacting. Okay, so how will I write the equation for this? CH4 1 mole reacts with oxygen, and I know what are the products. What are the products, people?
CO2 plus H2O.
Correct, right? So this you have studied in your 10th class, right? CO2 plus H2O, right? Now is this balanced? You have to balance it. So there is one carbon. Even if, see, if at all there are 2 carbon atoms, you have to make sure that there is half along with the CH4, but there is now no problem here. Okay, so now I have 2 oxygens, 3 oxygens. So this should be 3 by 2, right? And hydrogen, oh wait, see, hydrogen, I have 2 hydrogens. Here I have 4 hydrogens, so here it should be 2. So then again the oxygen will change. There are 4 oxygen atoms, so this would be 2 out. Yeah, so for this reaction the enthalpy is some x, right? So people, hope you got it, what I'm trying to say, right? This is what about enthalpy of combustion, right? So wait, let me give you one more example. Let me include a page. Okay. So for example, if I tell you enthalpy of combustion of say I give you what should I give you? Enthalpy of combustion of okay, so let me give you C2H5OH will not work. Again, only hydrocarbons can be example. Fine, no problem. Say I give you C2H6, right? Enthalpy of combustion of C2H6 is some Y. Now I'm going to ask someone to give me the equation for this. Let me come back. 1 second. Where is this? Okay. So whom should I ask? Bavadarni, are you there, Gana?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me how to write the equation for this?
C2H6 plus O2 gives CO2 plus H2O.
Okay. 1 second. I'll write what you said. C2H6
Okay.
plus O2 gives CO2 plus H2O. Okay. Then?
And then we have to balance.
Okay. Can you balance?
Yes, sir. 2 CO2, sir. That's
Okay.
right.
Okay.
And then 3 H2O.
Okay.
3, 4.
How many oxygens? There are 4 oxygen plus 3 oxygen, 7 oxygens. Here I have
7.
only 2. So what should I put here? Here. Simple, right? I have 7 total. Here I have 2. So if I have to have 7, what should I do? Simple, right? Put 7 by 2. That's a 2 and 2 gets cancelled. I have 7 oxygen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it completed? Is there anything
No,
else?
sir. Then delta H is equal to Y.
Wonderful, wonderful. Good, Bavadarani. Good. Yes, this is how. So I think everybody understood, right? How do you write enthalpy of combustion, right? So very, very simple, people, right? Okay. Now, with the help of this enthalpy of formation and the enthalpy of combustion, I told you I will be able to find the overall enthalpy of a complex reaction, isn't it? Now I'll give you how to do that, right? So first we'll write in terms of enthalpy of formation. Okay. So this is how we write, people, right? So I have delta HR. Delta HR, if I write, that is the enthalpy of the overall reaction. Okay. So delta HR is equal to, right, total sigma. When I put sigma, it's total, right? So sigma delta HF of products minus sigma delta HF of reactants. Very, very simple equation. So what you have to do, so for finding the enthalpy of overall reaction, you have, whatever the products are there, you have to sum up all the enthalpies of formation of products minus enthalpy of total, how many ever reactants are there, sum up all the reactants enthalpy of formation and subtract them both. So enthalpy of formation of products minus total enthalpy of formation of reactants. This is how you write my enthalpy of reaction. Okay. Now this is in terms of delta HF, right? Now if it is going to be in terms of delta HC, that is enthalpy of combustion, then it would be delta HR, same, will be equal to, now here it is products minus reactants. there would be reactants minus products. That's the only difference. So it would be the sigma delta HC of reactants minus sigma delta HC of products. Very, very simple equations. Okay, so I think if I give you a proper equation, we saw an example, right? HCl plus NaOH. Now, if I put it here, right? If I use this these two, right? Sorry. So if I use these two, I'll be able to get the overall enthalpy of the reaction. Okay. Before all this, I forgot to tell you one thing, people. Right. So if you find go back to enthalpy of formation and write a note for it, please. Go back to enthalpy of formation and write a note. Okay, so what the note says is delta HF of elements in their standard states, delta HF of elements in their standard state is 0, right? Delta HF of elements in their standard state is 0. So what I mean by that, for example, if I have delta HF, or someone asks you what is enthalpy of formation of hydrogen, the value would be 0. Same way, enthalpy of formation of carbon graphite, if someone asks you, again it will be 0, right? So O2, same way, will be 0. Sodium, again, there is a standard state of sodium exists in elemental form. Again, enthalpy of formation of sodium is 0, right? So if you find elements in their standard states in any equation for that matter, the value of enthalpy of formation for them is 0. This you have to remember, people. Is that okay? Right? So now we'll go for these two examples. How am I going to find the overall enthalpy change for reaction? So let me add a page. Yes. Okay, fine. So let me write the equation again. So I have HCl plus NaOH gives NaCl plus H2. Okay, fine. So I have this equation. So if at all I want to find the overall enthalpy for this reaction, delta HR, right? Now we can use your, right? So fine. So we can use your enthalpy of formations first. Okay, so now how will I write it? This is equal to delta HF of what is there in the product side. First is NaCl plus, now I have to sum up all the products is enthalpy of formation. So NaCl is done. So plus enthalpy of formation of H2O, right? Now products are done. So now when I go back to my reactants, what are there? Minus, I have to put a minus sign. Then I have HCl and NaOH, right? So a delta HF of HCl plus, again, this is overall, plus delta HF of what is remaining? NaOH is what is remaining, right? Very, very simple, isn't it? Say now if at all it was the enthalpy of combustion, what would have done? So this would have come first and then this would have come, minus this would have come. That's the only difference. And then instead of delta HF, you should have put delta HC. That's the only difference. Okay. Now, if there are stoichiometric coefficients, say for example, if I had 2 NaCl, something like that, you have to include 2. Okay, so I'll give you an example for that also. For example, say I have, okay, say instead of HCl, if I take H2SO4. H2SO4, now I'll be requiring definitely 2 NaOH gives Na2SO4 plus 2H2O. Okay, now this is what I have for this reaction, H2SO4 plus NaOH, right? Now, how will I write it? Again, in terms of enthalpy of combustion, if I write, last time we saw in terms of enthalpy of formation. Now, if I write delta HR in terms of enthalpy of combustion, right? So now it should be reactants minus products, right? These are the reactants, these are the products, right? So now that will be what? So I have enthalpy of combustion of H2SO4, right? Now plus what is there? NaOH is there, but there are two NaOH, so it should be 2 into delta Hc of NaOH. Sorry, NaOH, right? Minus sign is there. Now what I have? Na2SO4 is there. So I have delta Hc of Na2SO4. Okay, plus, right? Now what is there? H2O is there. Again, I have two H2O. So it should be 2 into enthalpy of combustion of H2O. Right? So guys, everybody understood how do you write the overall enthalpy of the reaction with respect to delta HF and delta HC?
So doubt, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So we find del HR, we have to balance the equation first.
Yes, you need, for any reaction, for any of the reaction, we need a balanced equation. If not, it's absolutely wrong.
Okay, sir.
Okay, for not only this enthalpy, for any of the enthalpies, right, you need to have a balanced chemical equation, right? So everybody understood, people, how to write the delta HR?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm hearing only one voice. What about others?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool, fine. Yeah, so this is what about enthalpy of reaction and enthalpy of formation and the overall enthalpy of the reaction. Is that okay? Right, cool. So let me go for, actually we'll do some problems. Okay, just give me a moment, I'll be back. Okay, people, 1 second. Okay, so right on the question, people, right? So they have given me this reaction. Okay, so what reaction, I'll tell you. So they have given me 2C6H6 liquid plus 15 O2 gas gives 12 CO2 gas plus 6 H2O liquid. Okay, now this equation is given to you. Okay, now what they're asking is, okay, first take on the equation, I'll tell you what they're asking. Okay, hope you've taken on the equation. Right, so what they're asking is, find the difference between delta HR and delta ER. So they want you to find delta HR minus delta ER. This is what they're asking. Okay, so you have to find this. So it is not with respect to, see, the moment you see delta HR, do not go for enthalpies of formation, enthalpy of combustion, because no such this thing is given to you, right? No such information is given to you, right? So, but there is a direct way of finding out, right? What should I use here? We talked about difference between enthalpy and enthalpy and internal energy when we started thermochemistry, if you can remember. What should I use here, people? Let me see if someone knows how to do it. Yes, what should I do here?
Instead of del NGRT, sir.
Yes, right. So people, if you can remember, I have delta E is equal to delta H minus delta, wait, minus delta NG RT, right? If you can remember this equation, right? I told you how to find delta NG and all, right? So now if I ask you del H minus del E, which will be equal to just delta NG RT. That's it. Now I want the I want the answer in terms of calories. Okay, I want the difference in terms of calories. So what should be the R value?
2, sir.
Yeah, right. Just use the R value as 2 and tell me the answer. Okay, temperature is 298 Kelvin. Okay, temperature they have given to be 298 Kelvin. Okay, go for it. So this is what they're asking. Difference between enthalpy and internal energy, that is directly equal to delta NG RT, and use the R value as 2 because I want the answer in terms of calories, and temperature is given to be 298 Kelvin.
So in the reactant side, it's 1502, no, sir?
Yeah, reactants at 1502. Yes. Okay. So before we do this, can someone quick? Okay, wait, not someone. I will ask. Maybe whom should I ask? Rahul, are you there, Kana? Rahul. Is there any chat which you're doing? Where is the chat? Oh, you are. Are you there, Rahul? Just I'm in the chat box. Ah, cool. Can you tell me what is delta NG for the reaction? Wait, I'll go back to the. Or I think you have the equation with you. Sorry, when to take medicine. Okay, fine. So maybe I'll ask someone else. Surya, are you there, Kana? Surya?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Yeah. Can you tell me what is the delta NG
Sir,
for
sir,
the
sir.
reaction? Sorry?
Sir, your voice is spiraling, sir.
Yes, sir.
Like
Voices?
echoing, sir.
Not able to hear properly.
Oh. Okay. One second. What happened here? Okay, now is it fine, people?
No, sir.
No, sir. Still like echoing.
Suddenly what happened? Oh, something happened. Guys, is it okay now? No?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Oh. one second. Give me a moment, people. Now is it okay?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, one second. Oh, it should be fine.
No, it's fine.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So what I was telling? So I was asking Surya, isn't it? One second, I'll go back to the screen. Okay, so yeah. So Surya, can you tell me what is delta Ng of this reaction?
Sir, are you speaking right now, sir?
Yes, you're not able to hear.
Hello?
Oh God. One second.
Sir, I think there's a problem from my side, sir. 1 second.
Oh, what about others? Are you able to hear people?
Yes, sir. We are able to hear you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Maybe there's a problem on your side only, Kana. Okay, I'll ask someone else. Right. Okay, Pranav, are you there? Pranav? Sorry?
I am sure about the answer, sir.
Okay, fine. Then whom should I ask? Maybe Venisha. I think she'll be available in the chat. Right. Venisha, are you there, Kana? Yes. Can you tell me what is delta Ng for this reaction? -3. Yes, very good. Yes. Fine. So I go back to this, right? So how do you find delta Ng? Delta Ng is equal to total stoichiometric coefficient of products minus gaseous products minus total stoichiometric coefficient of gaseous reactants. As I told you, solids, liquids, aqueous solutions, you should not take into account when you find delta Ng, right? You should take only into account of only gases. So gaseous products minus gaseous reactants. So delta Ng for this reaction. Now I hit the product side, I just have 12. Then the gas only is carbon dioxide, so it's 12 minus in the reactant side I have 15 if that's the gaseous reactant. So 12 minus 15 will become -3. What happened? Oh God. Lot of problem. I'm new to this. That's why it's taking like this. Okay, -3, right? So that's it. You just have to go for this and just find it. So it'll be -3 into 2 into 298 would have been the answer. That's it. So 3 into 2 is 6. 6 into 300 will become 1800. 1800 minus 6 will become 1794 kilocalories or calories. right? So that would have been the answer. Okay, everybody got it? How do we do this problem, guys?
Sir, should be minus 1788 calories.
Oh. Oh, wait. So it will be 6. Oh, yeah, 1788. Correct. Yes. Yeah, minus 12 will come. Sorry, 1788 calories minus is there. Minus 1788 calories would have been the answer. Yes. So everybody got it, people? This is a simple problem. You just have to substitute it in the equation delta NGRT. As simple as that. What is the time? Okay, we have time. Cool. One more problem we'll do. Why is it happening like this in my screen? Okay. Okay, your question, people. So your question, they have given me this equation. They have given CO2 gas plus H2 gas gives CO gas plus H2O gas. Okay. Now they have given this equation to you, right? And they have given one more information also. They have given delta HF of CO2 to be equal to minus 393.5 kilojoules per mole, right? And they have given delta HF again. Okay, I'll run delta HF of CO to be equal to minus 110.5 again kilojoules per mole, and for H2O, delta HF of H2O, they have given to be minus 241.8 kilojoules per mole. Okay, and they want you to find the delta HR for this reaction. Okay, so CO2 plus H2 gives CO plus H2O, right? They have given the enthalpies of formation of CO2, CO, and H2O. They want to find the overall enthalpy for this reaction. Go for it. Tell me the answer. So they have given you enthalpies of formation. I told you how do you connect enthalpy of the reaction with enthalpies of formation. Hope you remember that. So it is total enthalpy of products, enthalpy of formation of products, minus total enthalpy of formation of reactants, right?
Is it 40?
40 or 41 minus plus anything is there?
Plus 40, sir.
Plus 40. Okay, we'll check. So now how do you write this? Now delta HR for this will become delta HF of CO plus H2O minus H2 plus
CO2.
yeah, so plus CO2, right? Okay, now this value is given. Delta HF of CO is minus 393.5. Delta
Minus
HF of
110.5, no, sir.
oh CO2. Wait. Delta HF of CO2. Oh, sorry, CO1. I'm sorry. Right. So it would have been CO would be 110.5 plus H2O is given to be minus 241.8 minus, okay, this is total done, minus of H2's value is what?
0, sir.
0. Now I told you, we just wrote a note for enthalpy of formation. Enthalpy of formation of elements in their standard state is 0. So for H2 it's 0 plus minus of how much? For CO2 it is minus 393.5. That's it. So yeah, minus 110. Yeah, minus of minus will become plus. Yes, it's 40. Correct. So answer would be plus 41.2 kilojoule per mole.
Sir, doubt, sir.
Yeah.
That's 241.0 or 240?
241.8.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Right. So the answer would be 41.2 kilojoules per mole. Everybody got the answer? Or at least everybody understood how we do the problem?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Cool. I think we'll go for one more question. Okay. So they have given 3 equations to us. First equation, carbon graphite plus O2 gas gives CO2 gas, and they have given the enthalpy for this reaction to be equal to minus 393 kilojoules per mole. Second reaction, they have given H2 plus half O2 gives H2O liquid. They have given enthalpy for this reaction as minus 286 kilojoules. Third reaction, they have given CH3OH plus 3/2 O2 gives CO2 plus CO2 gas, obviously CO2 plus 2H2O liquid, and the enthalpy they have given is minus 726. Okay, now they have given all these data and they're asking you to find delta HF of CH3OH right? So they're asking you to find what is the enthalpy of formation of CH3OH. Okay, cool. Now this is a new kind of problem, right? Now, how do you approach this? Any idea? What should be the first step? Tell me. Yes. If you're speaking, I'm not able to hear.
Should we substitute the values in 1 and 2 in 3?
1 and 2. What should we substitute the values?
For H2O, We'll substitute the del H value of H2O and 3 and for CO2 as well.
Okay, now see, please. So the thing is, people, for this, first we'll write the equation. Okay, now we know how to write the equation. Enthalpy of formation of CH3OH is what is asked. So obviously, I should make sure that CH3OH is in the product side. Okay, done. Now I have to make sure that in the reactant side I have elements in the standard state. So I have carbon in the form of graphite plus what is there? H2 is there. So 2H2 because there are 4 hydrogens plus 1/2 O2. Very, very simple, right? So this is what is asked. This is what is meant by enthalpy of formation of CH3O. So for this reaction, I have to find what is the enthalpy. Okay, right. People, if you can remember, right, I told you, yeah. So I told you, what are the operations which are possible in case of thermochemical equations, right? So I told you when you add 2 or more reactions, you have to add the enthalpies also, right? And whenever you are going to multiply the reaction throughout a factor, say a factor of 2, you have to multiply the enthalpy also by 2, right? And whenever you reverse a reaction, if you write the backward reaction of the given reaction, at that time enthalpy will become negative of the original value. Hope you remember all this. Again, I repeat, right? When you add or subtract 2 equations, the enthalpy values also should be added or subtracted. Second one, whenever you multiply throughout the equation by a factor, that factor should also be multiplied with the enthalpy. And lastly, when you reverse the reaction, right, the enthalpy value is also reversed. The opposite sign should come. That's it, right? So what are we trying to do here is that we have to get this equation. This is my required equation. Okay. This is my required equation. Okay. Now I have to get this required equation from the given equations. Right? These are the given equations. Given equation is the enthalpy values are given to you. From the given equations, you have to find somehow your required equation. Okay, so you can add, subtract, all these things you can do. Okay, now I'll tell you a simple method of how are we going to do it. Okay, now look at the required equation. What do you see? You see that CH3OH is the product side. Okay, first what we'll do is we will try to find where is CH3OH in the given equations. Okay, I find CH3OH is here in the third equation. Very simple. But what I want CH3OH in the product side, but in the given equation, CH3OH is in the reactant side. So what will I do is I will directly reverse it. Reverse the equation. So that means you will write the equation as CO2 plus 2H2O gives CH3OH plus 3/2O2. Right? And obviously the enthalpy value for that will become plus 726. Okay, please give me a yes, people, if everybody understood the first step.
Could you repeat?
Yeah, sure. So what I'm telling, I'll again repeat. So you have the required equation with you. Okay. So there might be, see, the type of problems can be, one type of problem can be, they can ask you the difference between delta H and delta E, right? And second type of problem is directly they can give you the enthalpies of formation of all the reactants and products, and they can ask you the overall enthalpy. And the third type of problem is like this, right? You have a required equation. This is the equation which I want. Okay, so this equation you should get from by addition or subtraction or multiplication of these 3 given equations. Okay, and the simplest way of doing it is locating the reactants and products. Okay, so what I see here is that I require CH3OH in the product side. Okay, first thing what I have to do is locate where is CH3OH in the given equations. So I find in the third equation CH3OH is there. Wonderful. Okay, but there's a problem. What the problem is, I need to have CH3OH in the reactant side, product side, but in the given equation, CH3OH is in the reactant side. So it has to come in the product side. So what will I do? I will reverse it. Okay, when I reverse, what happens? CH3OH will come in the product side, right? So now I told you, whenever you reverse the equation, enthalpy values also should be reversed. So instead of minus 726, If you reverse the equation, it will become plus 726. Is it understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about others? I want everybody, I want the S from everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So that's the first step. We located CH3OH. Okay, now what else is there? I have carbon graphite in the reactant side. Yes, if I go to the given equation, yes, carbon graphite is here and it is in the reactant side. No issues at all. Okay, next, what I need to have is H2. Okay, I need to have 2H2, very, very important. I need to have 2 moles of H2, right? Now, first we'll locate where is H2. I locate H2 here. Correct, right? But there is one problem. It is in the reactant side also. I want it in the reactant side. It is in the reactant side also. But I require 2H2, right? But how many H2s I have? I have only one H2 here. So what should I do? I have to multiply this whole equation by 2. Understood, right? Again, repeat. Carbon graphite, no problem. It's in the reactant side. 1 mole, 1 mole. Both are fine, right? Now, next thing is H2. Okay. Now, if it is H2, H2 should be in the reactant side. Yes, H2 is in the reactant side, right? But what I need to know is, sorry, what I have is 2H2, which I want, but I have only one H2 here. Okay. So what should I do? I have to multiply this equation entirely by 2 so that I'll get 2H2. Right, and obviously what will happen to the enthalpy? Enthalpy also will be multiplied by 2. Correct? So done. What is remaining? O2 is remaining. You don't have to worry about O2. Okay, now you have accounted for carbon graphite, you have accounted for 2H2, you have accounted for CH3OH. Now you have reversed this equation and you have multiplied the second sorry. So you have multiplied, what is happening? So yeah, so you have there's some problem. You have multiplied the second equation by 2 and you did nothing to the first equation. First equation is as such, right? Now what do? You just add all these 3. Whatever the operations you have done for the equations, just add all these 3. Just add. Okay, and tell me whether you are getting this equation or not. Quickly go for it. Third equation reverse, second equation multiplied by 2, first equation as such, right? And add all these 3, whatever you did, and tell me whether you are getting the required equation. And obviously, whatever you did to the enthalpies also should be added. So you'll be able to find this enthalpy. Go for it. I'll give you 2-3 minutes. Quickly go for it. Tell me the answer.
So since third equation is reversed, that means it'll be CO2 plus 2H2O.
Exactly. It should be CO2 plus 2H2O gives CH3OH plus 3 by 2O2. For that, enthalpy would be plus 726.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Right. So if I can rewrite the equations, whatever we did. So first equation stays as such. Sorry. Right. So first equation. Okay. So for first equation, carbon graphite. What was there? Carbon graphite plus O2 plus O2 gives CO2 plus H2O. Sorry, CO2 only, I think. Yeah, CO2 only. Right. So CO2 only. And for this, the enthalpy was something. say I'll call it as delta H1. Okay. Now next thing what I had is C or H2 plus O2 gives half H. Okay, H2. So H2 plus half. Okay, now we have multiplied this reaction by 2, isn't it? So I'll rewrite this as 2H2 plus full O2 gives H2H2, right? And it will be 2 delta H2, whatever the number was multiplied by 2. Now third equation we have reversed it, right? So it would have become CO2 plus H2O gives CH3OH plus O2, right? And I think I have to balance it. So it would be 3 by 2 O2 and 2 H2. Oh, okay. So it will be 3 by 2 O2 and 2 H2O. Yes. So for this it is minus delta H3. Whatever it was, right? Whatever it was, I'll reverse it. So it will become minus of whatever it is, right? So if I add all these three people, so let me check. 2H2O, 2H2O gets cancelled. Okay. So I have carbon, graphite, right? And CO2, CO2 also gets cancelled. Okay. Anything else gets cancelled? Nothing, right? So fine. So in the reactant side, what else I have? I have H2. Okay, I have 2H2. Wait, something is wrong. No? Oh. Okay, you're doing correct. Fine. Right. So carbon graphite, and I have how many H2s? Any more H2s? So only 2 H2. Right? Gives what else? CH3OH is there. Right? CH3OH is there. Now I have to account for O2. So here I have 1 O2, 1 O2, 2 O2. So totally 2 minus, and in the reactant side I have 3 by 2 O2, that is 1.5. Correct? So 2 minus 1.5 will become, that is 1 by 2 O2. That's it. And the overall enthalpy for this would be delta H1 plus 2 into delta H2 minus delta H. Yes, I think everybody got what I'm saying. Whatever I told you the operations last time, I just wrote it here and I asked you to add all this. I have to add all this. So adding it, you get this required equation. This is what is required equation. This is what we wanted, right? So what I did, I just added the enthalpy values also, and I found out the answer. That's it. Any answers?
I have a doubt.
Yeah.
How is it half O2 in product side, sir?
Wait.
Half O2 in reactant, sir.
Oh yeah, half O2 in reactant side. Sorry. Yes. Right. So 2 minus 0.5 will become half O2 in the. Okay, wait, where is it? Half O2 in the reactant side. Yes, correct. Sorry. Yeah, this is what is the required equation. Yes, any doubts, people? This is how questions will be asked. They'll be giving you 2-3 equations, and they'll be asking you the equation enthalpy for some other reaction like this, and you have to do all the required operations and get the answer. Right. So I think time is over. Right. So next class we'll be doing some more problems like this. Okay. So yeah, I think that's it for today, people. Any more questions? Any more doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. So I assume that everybody understood everything. So yeah, thank you, people. We'll meet again tomorrow. Tomorrow we don't have tomorrow we have class. Yes, we'll meet then. Cool. Thank you, people. We'll meet.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.